Inattention and fatigue are major causes of traffic accidents. To prevent such behaviors, systems that can detect a driver's attention state directly from their brain activity have been developed, but several challenges remain. Past attempts used machine learning models that rely on feature extraction, which is time-consuming and removes useful information. They are subject-dependent, so the system is calibrated for each user, which requires a lot of data, and they were developed in laboratory settings that do not simulate real-world driving enough. This study addresses these challenges by using deep learning to build a subject-independent system that classifies the driver's attention state from their raw brain activity while they drive in a realistic setting with more sensory information. This was done as follows. Subjects drove in an immersive simulator while their brain activity was recorded using EEG. The car would randomly deviate and the driver's task was to steer back. Their reaction time was used to label their attention state as either attentive or inattentive. Brain activity before the deviation was used as data to train the models, both as raw signals and spectral band features. Two models were trained, a support vector machine and a convolutional neural network called EEGNet. The models were trained in two ways. In a mixed subject approach, all subjects were part of the training and test data sets. In inter-subject transfer learning, only one subject was tested on, while the remaining subjects were trained on. This whole pipeline was then performed for a driving session where subjects received only visual feedback from the road, and a second session where they received additional kinesthetic feedback. The final accuracies showed some interesting results. Comparing input data, EEGNet always performed better when trained on raw signals instead of extracted features. Comparing training approaches, mixed subject training always outperformed inter-subject transfer learning, likely because the classifiers could learn from each test subject's EEG patterns. Finally, comparing the models and the feedback condition reveals the most interesting finding. When drivers only received visual feedback, the support vector machine performed best. But when there was additional kinesthetic feedback, EEGNet performed better. So, during real-world driving, where there is far more sensory information, EEGNet will classify attention states better. With a combination of these methods, we managed to classify attention with an accuracy of 89%. For future researchers, these methods can save resources in data collection and model calibration, and we hope that these findings can be helpful in developing driver assistance systems and improving road safety.